everyone. So I am here in the pavilion with a bunch of people, a bunch of veterans, and he is having a conversation right now discussing that, saying that this is at least another 2 years before they're going to do any more drilling. So this is just something that's been just said, repeated, so I'm going to flip it over so you can hear what's going on and see all the veterans that are here. My name's Ilana, and thank you so much for being here, you guys. Start passing this along.
In the seats for now, but then when we get ready, we want to form in the back, just do a little presentation to the elders, thank them for letting us in, allowing us to serve them, helping with their victory. The date's established. This credit does go to them. We are just the final straw.
Yes.
Okay? Thank you.
Can you guys explain to me what he just said?
That was a victory speech. He said it's all over.
He said it's all over.
That's bullshit.
Can you speak a little bit more about that? No, I think it's great. This is a Unify audience, and we're all about global unification and really just getting everyone's perspective on the conversation. Are you open to say anything?
Maybe not right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm Colleen.
Hi, Colleen.
Where
Ilana. I'm from New York.
Great.
Yeah.
You know, I think the right thing to do here with Michael and with all the hard work that came to bringing these people in so quickly and mobilizing is remarkable.
Yeah.
What happened yesterday with the decision, I think that there is a trending hashtag right now on Twitter that says hashtag stay vigilant. You know, these folks, Energy Transfers, any other fossil fuel industry, this is not the first time that they've lied. They've made promises. From what I understand, they have a statement on their website right now that indicates that they will go ahead and continue to drill. So, you know, for the indigenous folks, they've had promises throughout their history on this land of saying, we got you, we're not going to do this, but they'll go ahead and do it. So the smart thing for them to do, propaganda-wise and messaging, is to tell us they're not going to do it, send us home, and you know, we need to be ready to go, and hopefully this mobilization right here will stay intact going forward, so we can stomp out and react to all the infrastructure projects that are going on throughout this country, not just here. Compressor stations, salt cavern storage facilities on drinking sources of water at Seneca Lake. It all needs to stop. It needs to stop now. The climate scientists are saying, they gave us 20 years in Marrakesh. That's what they were saying in Paris, is 20 years. In Marrakesh, they were saying 5 years before we hit a tipping point. So we have to leave fossil fuels in the ground. We have to do it now. And these folks we do have to hashtag stay vigilant. So
Stay vigilant.
Stay vigilant. And I'm not going home today. I'm not going home tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going home on Thursday. And I'm going to keep my minder here with me.
Yes.
So anyway, thank you for
sharing all of that. Truly appreciate it. Yeah. Do you want to share anything around it?
Get him, Nick.
Come on, Nick. Any idea
What? Anything specific?
Well, when did you arrive?
A couple days ago.
A couple days ago? Okay, and do you feel like your purpose still, being here still serves a purpose?
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot of work to do in the camp. I'm not fooled by this announcement that they're gonna. I don't think this is game over. I think that speech was bullshit, but necessary.
Everybody just missed the speech. Can you just elaborate a little bit what was
that we won, and that if people want to go home, they can go home, and well done, pat ourselves on the back just because we're here and we're veterans. I don't think that's realistic, and I mean it's a scary thing for anybody to have 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 veterans arrive to support your cause, whether they're peaceful or non-peaceful. So I can see how that the arrival of so many veterans impacted the situation here on the ground and in the boardroom, the energy transfer. So, yeah, like Colleen said, I just hope we can stay together and not be fooled into thinking that this is the end of the story. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah. Do you think a lot of people are now going to head home?
Yeah, I'm sure people head home. A lot of people that came were sort of, seemed to me like they were spoiling for a fight, looking for a confrontation. Not necessarily like they wanted to fight police or engage in that level of violence, but they wanted to be useful. They wanted to really kind of risk themselves, put their body on the line, and just sort of for the cause, Native American treaty rights, environmental issues, police brutality. Like, people were really thinking about a lot of those things and talking about them on the way here, and they wanted to have an immediate impact. So I think a lot of people will be going home disappointed that there wasn't. I don't know. I'm just gonna stay, and I hope that there's ways that we can get all these veterans together that came here and do actions and do things that really support the tribes, and just take advantage of the opportunity, because it's not every day you get this many veterans, and especially a cross section of the U.S. This is really, you have folks that have never done activism before, not really aware of things so much, just sort of, and then you have folks that have been doing stuff for years, So it's like, it's a mix. There's people from all different kinds of backgrounds, and it's really hard to get people like that together on an issue, and this just somehow did it.
Right, especially peace and water and...
Yeah.
Thank you, Nick, so much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Nathan.
Yeah. Nathan, that's what it is. Got it. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. So right now we are waiting for them to have the official meeting, and there's going to be a ceremony right after this. But there are veterans that have all gathered here to take action for Standing Rock, and what they're saying right now is that it's over, that we can go home and we can celebrate. So there's some people that are in a disagreement with that. So I'm going around to ask people what they think and what they feel, and I'm going to see if anybody over here is willing to speak. Hey guys, would you be willing to share with this audience? This is Unify. They're incredible people where we do synchronized prayers all over the world, and so it's a beautiful global network, and we have about 700 people watching right now, and I'd love to hear from you guys how you feel, why you're here, and just with all the news. I mean, we were just told to celebrate right now a victory. Do you guys feel like this war, this battle is over?
Battle, yes. War, no.
Yeah.
No, I think the battle's over, but the war's not.
Can you speak a little bit more about that?
Well, I think what we came out here to achieve, was achieved. We stopped it, but I don't think it's over. Yeah. I think it's, I don't know, we'll see. Time will tell.
So what else can we do? Because there's still people that want to donate from home and get involved. What do you think their actions now are?
It's a tough question. I mean, like you said, I think it's about prayer. And people are drawn here by that. I don't know, there's something. You talk to people, and it's just they're drawn here. They want to support everything because they feel it's a good thing to support. It's a positive thing to support. And it's kind of cool when people from all over the world, especially vets, come together to support something like that. And you don't get that kind of response from riots in Baltimore. where people feel that they all need to come from all over the world to one place to oppose something else in a violent manner. But you can get people from all over the world that want to come together and protest something, protect something in a peaceful manner.
What is that something?
I don't know. I think it's humanity. I think deep down is sometimes we show our ugly face to the world. Deep down, we're all human, and we all know that. I don't know. We're all connected in a way, even though we're all different colors. You know. I mean, I don't think there's a color thing out there. You know, nobody's looking at that. It's powerful. It's powerful. I mean, I've fought in a lot of wars, and this is probably. I don't know. This is probably the first time I've ever come to something expecting that there might be a chance of violence, and I'm just happy the outcome didn't need it. You know. So, yeah.
Is that a new thing for you? Have you gone into things kind of being hyped about the violence that was on the horizon?
I joined the Army in 1988, went to Panama, fought that war. I got out in 96 and went back in after 9/11. Just because being a soldier is something that I've always done, and being sent off to war is something I've always done. And this was something that I got to do on my own, you know, that the government didn't tell me to be here. I chose to be here. I chose this battle as my own personal one, to come out here and support these people, because I felt what they're doing is right. You're making my eyes water, you know, so that's all I got.
Maybe that's a good thing.
Yeah, maybe. Emotion's good.
The humanness,
Yeah.
touching that, and I think that's beautiful what you said. You know, it's a human rights issue
It is.
that we're out here for. What's your name?
I'm Grizz.
Hey, Grizz. What's up, Grizz? I'm Ilana.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I don't think I can beat that. I don't really know.
There's no competition here. Come on. Well, where'd you both come from?
Both Colorado.
Colorado?
Yeah.
Nice. Did you guys serve together?
Actually, I'm not a vet.
You're not a vet.
I mean,
Normal civilian.
Yeah, I'm a civilian. Well, I'm an instructor for a survival school, and I work with a lot of vets. And I was asked by vets to come out here and join them in this fight, I guess. So I was honored to be here for them, and I was honored to be here for this cause and for the Native people. And I couldn't pass it up. I had to come out here and show my support. I was actually out here last week on my own. With my wife and my good friend, and we brought up a truckload of donations and kind of scouted out the area, and my intentions were to come back to the Colorado group and let them know what was going on up here and some of how to find their way around here, and then I just came up with them instead of just passing on the word.
Thank you for your service. Yeah.
It's different. My service is different than everybody else's here, but I'm still glad to be a part of all this.
Does it feel different from your first time coming to Standing Rock to now?
Not really. I mean, I guess there's a little bit more energy right now than when I was here before, but everybody last time I was here was very caring, very helpful, all different walks of life coming together to support this. You've got various different political views, you got different backgrounds in life, different religions, and everybody's just coming together, and it's really to support not necessarily being against oil, it's supporting our government overstepping their bounds and big business overstepping their bounds, and that's what most people are here for. They don't, we really rely on oil right now, unfortunately. We need it. Hopefully we'll be able to get away from it here in the future, but that's probably not really why most people are here. Most people are here because big business and big government is just pushing people around, and people are sick of it, and that's all there is to it.
So if this ends, today, tomorrow, this week, because the energy is a lot of people are going home, but many people feel that stay, this isn't over, and how to keep that alive. If people start leaving Standing Rock, how do you see this movement continuing? Because this issue, we said it's a battle. The war is not over.
No, I think it's far from over, because they could, we've heard that DAPL will just continue drilling and pay the fines. and some of the locals were talking about the highway that's closed. You know, they're not going to open that up apparently, so we got to get that highway open so that they can get to town, to the hospitals. And then we hear, you know, it's, instead of it being, I don't know, how far is it to Bismarck?
They said it's like they got to go an hour and a half out of their way to get to a hospital.
Right.
And the doctors are being told not to treat the Native American people that come to that hospital.
Yeah, they're not even supposed to, or I guess they're not even serving them a hamburger in a restaurant. So, you know, we got a bigger issue here than just things going on out here on the reservation. You know, it's there's still a lot of work that needs to be done. People need to still be coming out here to support them. They still need to be writing their senators, or, you know, calling whoever the president, you know, is. You know, we got Obama right now. They got to continue on him. We got to continue on with Trump. There's a lot more to do. You know, you can send donations, but really showing physical support is a lot bigger than just sending money. I mean, I realize a lot of people can't get out here, and that's the only thing they can do, and it is helpful. But I think that just the sheer numbers and the bodies and the presence and the people calling and writing and everything else is really what makes a difference.
Thank you. Yeah. So basically, you're still telling people to come to Standing Rock.
Yeah, I think people still need to come out. You know, because a lot of the vets that are here now are going to leave here in a few days, and they still need continued support. Just that physical presence is a big deal.
Beautiful.
And there's a lot of stuff left behind too.
Right.
Like, you know, there's the cleanup, and there's, you know, we can't just come in here and
just to distract people, to sort of end the protests, and then once people have sort of forgotten about it, you know, come back.
So you think it's more of a sneaky tactic than anything else?
I think there's a good possibility. I just don't. There's just too much money involved, so many players, for it to just go away quietly. So. Maybe I'm just skeptical, but
it's very valid, you know. What are your thoughts with that?
Me? I think I said Cash Jackson just wrote something on his thing that said, like, even the snake plays dead before it attacks its prey. So in order to deceive its prey. So I think it could be kind of along the same lines. It might be a little bit before they start back up, but it's
we always wait for our elders before we start.
And there's so many other pipelines being built. This isn't the only one.
We will get started soon. Thank you.
So I mean, I think this is definitely a small victory. But I mean, definitely it's just a battle. The war has definitely not been won.
Yeah.
So.
Right?
That's right. I agree with him. It's just a small victory, and it won't be a real victory until we win the hearts and minds of everyone, and everyone stops hating on each other and stops abusing each other. And I think that being able to forgive the unforgivable is the key. People here have done things that are wrong on both sides of the fence, and both from Bismarck and Mandan and here at Standing Rock. We need to also be here to have the peace. Instead of being here to a real peace, a real love, a real forgiveness. Yeah. And so and to remind law enforcement of who they really are. They are veterans they are veterans for the people, warriors for the people. They are to be there to protect and serve all the people, not just corporate interests, but for all the people. We need to also I want to be here to remind the National Guard of who they are and remind them of the oath they took, that they swore an oath or burned an oath to protect and serve, and enforce the Constitution of the United States, to obey the President and Constitution, to be there to protect the American people against all enemies, foreign and domestic. And all of us know that just because we got out the military does not mean that though that oath has been relieved, we are still bound by that oath.
Yeah.
They are still bound by that oath. And to remind those mercenaries from Blackwater of the oath they took. They are not there to bully the people in the interest of corporate interest because they're getting a big paycheck from them.
Yep.
They are there to treat all people with the human dignity that they deserve and to protect their rights, not to abuse them.
So how do we tell people back at home or people here at Standing Rock or others that were thinking of coming to Standing Rock, how can they still get involved? Because right now the word to everybody else is it's over, it's done, and it seems to be a disagreement in that here.
Well, I think we need to stop allowing corporations to just exploit people and to keep on ignoring climate change and the effects of their the things that they produce, the fracked oil and things like that, on the environment, on the water, on the atmosphere. We need to stop voting for people who don't care about things like that, and just allowing these people to stay in power. And going along with what she said, also, I think it's sad that the only thing that sort of caused this to happen was all these veterans getting involved. Before that, there were thousands of Native American people who were expressing their grievances, but the government ignored that. And I mean, the reason I came here was because I thought that veterans do have special respect from like all the people all across the political spectrum in this country. That I predicted that people would listen to our voice more than Native Americans, and I was right. And I think that's a terrible thing. So this is it's a victory, but it just shows a lot of problems in our society that still remain.
Thank you for bringing that to the forefront. Yep.
I think right now, too, the people back home, you need the best way to kill the black snake, the big oil corporations, is to stop feeding it, starve it. That means find out which banks are supporting big oil companies, and take your money out, withdraw your money out of it, change banks, go to a credit union, and start that black snake. And also, if I know that
and Wells Fargo.
Yeah, Citibank, Wells Fargo, Bank of America.
To leave.
Yeah, to leave them. And I think too, like when we look at it too, is that I know they're going to stay at camp all winter. I know that. I know too is that they can keep sending donations to them for their medical, for their medicines, their medicine bundles and stuff, the sweetgrass and the sage and the cloth for medicine bundles. There's a lot of people there that are suffering from PTSD from the treatment they got before we even got here, especially what happened on October 27th and what happened on November 20th. There are people there that still have wounds of from the rubber bullets, from the bean bags, from the water cannons.
Yeah.
The whole trauma, the whole deal, that we need to support them and keep supporting the people in the camp. They are the ones that have been on the front lines from the beginning. And I think we need to help them. We need to love them through it. And that's what they can do.
Thank you. Yeah. So you hear that, everyone at home, to get out of your large banks and to still donate, because there are people here that are going to stay over the winter, and we need your donations because there are a lot of elders and families that are not going home this winter that are staying here at Standing Rock. And here is another gentleman. What's your name?
John. Hi.
Hey, John. Nice to meet you, Ilana.
I just wanted to add something. I heard you ask us a question.
Yeah, just speak up a little bit. Hang on.
To be here, facing us, which means we would like to meet you. tee up and push back. Have a semi-formation. I know we're all kind of not really picture formation. So we're getting as much as we can, not too much of a cluster, and have them and be facing the elders here so we can do a ceremony right in front of them.
Good. So before we went live, everyone, the man making the announcement is the gentleman who voiced that this is over, that we have won, that it is a victory, and that we can all go home. And that we are now here, and all the veterans are here to celebrate. And that's it. There's no actions to be done. We're all just here to celebrate this victory because we have won. So there's people that are hesitant about that from the interviews we've done, and other questions that I know you guys want to ask. So let's keep going. And also feel free to write any of those questions that you may have in the posts, and I'd be more than happy to ask veterans and elders that are here.
Platoon here to get it organized. Just want a couple rows facing that way, and then we'll do the same thing, a couple rows facing inward.
Yeah, please.
In everybody's state, the black snake is existing. The Ute tribe is fighting it in Utah. The Navajo are fighting it in Arizona. It's happening right now everywhere. So find your tribe, find where the environmental racism happens, where there's strip mining, where there's oil. It's not just the Keystone and the Energy Transfer Partners, it's little companies. Strip mining's happening in Utah, and the Utah is 100, maybe 1,000 acres. But very key, there's not just water poisoning, there's air poisoning, there's national parks at risk because of the air and the clarity at night. Find your own activity in your own state.
Thank you so much. Would you be willing to introduce yourself?
John Bagby.
And where'd you serve?
Utah. I served in, well, everywhere in the Cold War. I got a...
Good. Ready? Fight!
Can't squeeze in, move the beds. The beds first.
Let the owner of this is get along.
Hey, if we could get the press move back about another 15 feet, as well as this first line here, move back to this line where I'm standing. So if you could all just shift down, press first. Quickly, please.
Yes, you can.
Hurry up. Shift down, shift down. Everybody make friends. Everybody make buddies. 10 veterans walk down this line. Let's raise your hand up and pick them out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Nice place to have I should learn how to do
It's right in your shot.
Just in case anyone couldn't hear me. We had to wait a few minutes till the elders come in and assemble, so I'm sure we're all familiar with that process of waiting. So feel free to take a squat, sit down on the floor, everything else, when they come in, we'll stand up, rest. I don't know, this may be 20, 30 minutes, not sure. But everyone just chill, wait, relax, and we'll get started as soon as they come in. Thank you.
You guys want to try and find that man who told everyone to go home? See if he's available for a conversation. Hey brother, how's it going? I'm Ilana. Hi. Can I ask you one question a little bit?
What's the question?
Can you just explain to me a little bit how you feel about everything that happened yesterday and what the call to action is today? Everything going on?
Don't know how much I'm going to speak on any of those kind of things. It's a native issue. But when this is over, then we can do something real quick about like personal stuff or something like that. But I'm not going to talk about this. It's theirs.
My name is Dr. Feather. I'm from Dakota. Lema Koche Kilemitaha. Kichita Himach.
That wasn't him, by the way.
Lema Topi Kile Minina. Mini Wichoni Kile. Kush Unuji Pina, huh? Hetako Kile Chumpi Kile. Wayate Kina, Makanja, Oino Gixuyapi. Saheches ya Akichit Yahipi Ki, Wopila, Hanka Chicha Pelo. Now you are down, Chate Washten up at shoes up in the house. Yokpi, you hapo. I'd just like to say a few words. My name is Doug Goodfeather. I'm Unkpapa Dakota. I'm from here, but I reside in Denver, Colorado, and I shake every one of you warriors' hands. From my heart to you, for being here, for coming to support our Lakota people, for our children, for your children, for Mini Wichoni, and why this movement is so important. Why you told that line to the call of duty at the time you were asked or you decided. It became your rite of passage in your life to complete a duty to be honorable to this country. It didn't matter what color or language you came, and you did it, and you fought for them people. Some of you came, some of our comrades never came home, but they're with us here in spirit. And we do this for them too. So remember them, because we want them to know that they didn't die in vain. For all these warriors standing on the front line for what they fought for getting Sophie, for Red Dawn, all these warriors that got hurt, arrested, they know that they didn't do this in vain. We did this because we want clean water. And it's important to us, how important that is to us. As Lakota, they cherish water because they understand the importance of water. When you go on a vision quest, on Blecha, you will understand in your heart, in your mind, your body, and your spirit will know these things. So I'm proud to be amongst all of you. I'm nothing, just a common man. I don't claim to be nothing but just a common man walking beside you. Not in front of you, behind you, but beside you. But Grandma said, it takes a warrior to cry, because a warrior has true courage that way. And when the people see you crying, they know you have compassion. And when you have compassion, you're willing to give your life for the people, for this country. And why we told this line to the call of duty, my people told this call to the line, call of duty before they're even considered American citizens. They told us line because we love this way of life that we live. We want to be able to pray the way we want to pray. We want to be able to go into our ceremonies without being stopped. And you did that for us. A lot of you did that. A lot of them that didn't come back did that for our people. So you see, we're one color here. All of you, all one color here. It didn't matter in the combat zone sometimes. That bullet didn't discriminate. You know that. And some of you guys came back wounded. Thank you for that. Thank you for taking that for these children that are yet to come. Remember them. Remember why you're here. You traveled a long ways to be here.
Because it was your spirit, your warrior spirit that brought you here. Because you know you're doing the right thing. You know that. My people, I love my people. I love my Dakota people. We have sacrificed so much. And we always stood there together. We always went into our ceremonies praying for all of life. Mitakuye uyase, we say. All of that, Wakanta God, the Creator is given life to, is our relative. It's the way the Lakota philosophy thinking is. Because we love life. So when we gather like this together to bring a power, a message to this world, to this country, and we're victorious yesterday, today, but look it, right away, backlash, right away at us. Well, we're going to take it down. We're going to do it anyway. Why? Because my people want clean water? That's it? But it's because of you. You made this movement happen. It's because of your warrior spirit in your heart. Because you put on your pain again and you came. You came here. You came here because you love this country. And you love the people, and you love life. You have children, grandchildren. Remember them too. To my elders out there, forgive me for speaking in front of you. Forgive me, I'm nothing. But it's because of you that I know what I know. So I thank you. So today, whatever the agenda is, we stand in solidarity. Wolakota, peace. They say the longest journey is from the mind to the heart. A true warrior knows that. Because when a true warrior knows war, he wishes that upon none of his enemies. He wouldn't want that for anybody. You know that. Those of you combat warriors know that. You know that. You never want that war for no life. So we stand in solidarity and peace. So we're waiting for Uncle Crow, a movement that he's been a part of for a long time. But there's a song that we sing to honor our flag, our Baja. The first flag is our eagle feather staff. And you see some of these warriors wearing eagle feathers. All of you should be wearing eagle feathers because you earned them. You earned those rights. Some of our brothers and sisters came back with no arms and no legs. Wounded. Some of you came back wounded here in your heart. But you came back and you're here. I know how it is. I know how that feels. I understand. I can say that. I understand you. And I love all of you. Every one of you. I love you. I mean that. Because you know how much camaraderie means in a combat zone. And you look to your right or left, it doesn't matter. You're going to drag that person to safety, or you're going to take a bullet for them. Today, you committed your life to come here. You didn't have to. You didn't have to be here. But you came here because you see one color, life. We're all indigenous to Mother Earth, all of us. We all have a God-given right to drink clean water, and a God-given right to pray in our language, in a way of life that God gave us. Pray to, worship, to practice these ways of life. Our Lakota people, our elders, our children have come a long ways. And today, I'm so proud to be here, just to be amongst you, to be with you, to walk side by side beside you. Man, I had a hard time getting these pants on though. I know a lot of you guys know what I mean. And women. But I want to say thank you. I want to say thank you for being here, for coming and following your heart. A true warrior follows his heart. Because he knows that pull of that spirit to fight for what is right, what the Creator gave us, natural, to be able to pray with your breath, to be able to put some tobacco down, to pray wherever you want without being criticized. You fought for those things. So, I want to honor my people, my Dakota people, and all of you warriors with the song. And then Uncle Crowdell will come and lead with the power of prayer. The power of prayer. Oh. As a Lakota, sometimes you see our Lakotas adorn their best because they were always taught as a Kichita, as a warrior. Today, may be a good day to die. So they dress their best because they're ready to meet their maker, their creator. Stand strong and stand proud and be proud of who you are. I know sometimes you battle with the greatest enemy, yourself. And the guilt we live with sometimes. It's okay to put that down. You're loved. People love you. Nourish yourself always with the power of prayer. Remember, you're here for a reason. There's always a reason. You went and did your duty without hesitation. Some of us took lives. We had to. But you're here. Make your peace with yourself. Make it right on this earth, so when you go home to the spirit world, you go with honor. Walking like a warrior loving, caring, spiritual. The first thing you're taught growing up. So remember that. So all of you, in a good way, thank you for being here. Akicita.
So I just wanted to take a minute, if I may. My name is Victory Longquist, and I've been a medic here since August. I was on the bridge action last Sunday that many of you saw in the media. I was very aware that people were dropping around me faster than we could treat them. I saw concussion grenades, tear gas, macing. I am formerly with the fire department, and I watched firefighters on the side of big oil spray innocent people praying for 5 to 6 hours in freezing temperatures. I have never felt so angry. And what is beautiful about this movement is that our elders, Face Spotted Eagle, who we respect so much, who's here with us today, reminds us, in that moment, return to prayer. Return to prayer. Return to prayer. The youth started this movement. The youth ran to Washington, D.C. to talk to Obama. The elders listened. They prayed, and you all came. And we're so honored to have you here. This is spiritual warfare. We see what's happening in this world right now. All of you were trained for war. And here you are